No, probably not. But for real, bro, we gotta send out an Amber Alert at this point, man. It's getting desperate. The memes are literally creating themselves at this point with every passing day that we do not get any more missing link news. The desperation is getting a little heavy because we are also now in the period of the longest span in between Kingdom Hearts releases. And it's been over 500 days since the announcement of both Kingdom Hearts 4 and Missing Link. And we had the prototype test earlier this year, only for Japanese users, and only a couple thousand were let in at that. And for Missing Link, that's been it. If you want some more info on that, watch the last video I made about this. So the frustration can be a little bit palpable, I know. But there is this thing going around that I just want to touch on real quick because I've seen some people say this stuff. I just kind of want to go over what I think about this and whether or not I think there's any accuracy to it. So the new speculation and rumor mill right now is that Kingdom Hearts Missing Link has been canceled. Yep, just done, gone, not in development anymore. They decide to cancel it. The reason depends on who you're reading it from. Some reasons that I found as to why it might be canceled. The system that they're using that was kind of similar to Pokemon Go for people exploring the world and stuff like that was just too expensive for them to justify. Or Disney comes up and says, hey, I've had enough of your bullshittery, and they just decided to axe Missing Link as part of that. And I think a lot of that speculation stems from something that happened earlier this year in March. Tetsuya Nomura was at an orchestra event for Kingdom Hearts, and he got to do a little speech. And during his speech, he mentioned that there was something that happened behind the scenes with Kingdom Hearts that changed the entire trajectory of the series. Apparently, Yoko Shimomura, the composer for Kingdom Hearts itself, was not let privy to this, so she didn't know what was going on. Nomura said that he'd tell her after the show, and that's the last piece of anything regarding Kingdom Hearts as of recent. And the vagueness of that statement is not really helping ease people's worry about that because it's not really clear on whether or not it's a bad thing or a good thing. Some sources I've seen said that it wasn't made in a negative tone. It wasn't like a bad thing that happened. I don't know. That's just one thing that I read. Regardless, something happened after the anniversary event. And I think these rumors are stemming from that statement right there and trying to make connections to certain things. And again, this is just a rumor. I've not seen anything myself that seems legitimate, really upholding this. It's just speculation for the most part, I think. But I do think that there is something worth discussing in here at least, so let's talk about it. So me personally, do I think Missing Link is canceled? I would say no. Again, I'm not seeing anything really corroborating this rumor at all. I've been doing this for 10 years, so I can kind of tell when things are a little bit BS or not. And I'm smelling a big bunch of BS on this one. I don't know for sure. Obviously, I don't have a person on the inside telling me everything, but I just, again, don't have any reason right now to see Missing Link being canceled other than there's just no news. That's really all there is to it right now. And two, I think they probably would have said so by now if there was something going on with Missing Link that made them cancel it. I mean, maybe behind the scenes, Kingdom Hearts is such a wreck right now. I feel like if it was canceled, they would have said something by now. But that's just me and my kind of reasoning behind it. I'm just a guy on the internet who makes YouTube videos about Kingdom Hearts. I don't know everything. If there's a valid source somewhere out there, then I'll correct myself, but I've not seen anything myself personally. So I'm not going to say anything definitive. Anything could happen. I don't think it's canceled. I think there's just a big lack of news. Plus, this isn't the first time we've had big gaps in news for Missing Link itself and delays because the beta for Missing Link was originally supposed to start last year and eventually got delayed to January of this year. And we didn't get an update on the delay of that until it actually happened. So this is kind of normal for this game. And you know, if you're a Kingdom Hearts and Square Enix fan in general, you're used to waits. You know all about the waits. You gotta have patience, okay? Patience is key. See what I did? I think there's 3 different reasons why this rumor is stemming up right now. 1, desperation. We are desperate for any kind of Kingdom Hearts news, even if it's just a cancellation or something. It would just be an update of some kind, and we haven't got anything really since that thing back in March, but that really wasn't official. Kind of desperate for any big piece of news, so there's that. 2, I think people are really frustrated with the story segmentation and stuff like that, and the mobile game stuff having important story information on it. I think there's a hint of that frustration in there. A lot of the rumors say, oh, they're putting it into Kingdom Hearts 4, the story elements of that game. So, you know, I think it's kind of projection a little bit in that case, because these people, do you know Kingdom Hearts? And 3, there's this anti-Disney sentiment going on right now of them making like dumb decisions and bad things. There's a lot of hate towards them right now. I think all that combined together formed to make this. Now let's get into my speculation, because my speculation is obviously the best speculation in the biz. Here's what I think might be happening with Missing Link, and there's 3 possibilities. 1, there is some development stuff that happened that we don't know about, and they are gearing for a release here soon, and the reveal at TGS alongside a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. That would be the dream right there. Cross our fingers, guys. 2, the GPS system that they're using for this game might be a little bit more complicated than they thought it was going to be. That's taken a lot of development times to get that worked out and make that right, and maybe that's causing problems in other areas of the game. Or 3, and this is just my pure speculation, the response to the prototype test that they got was not too positive. Other players were not really receptive of it. Maybe there's a lot of bugs in there too, and they decided to revamp development and kind of fix the game and have to massively delay it because of it. The response from some of the players of the prototype on Twitter were seemingly positive, so I don't know if that's necessarily true, but they are under a strict NDA. Maybe there's something they're not saying. But again, that's just my pure speculation. I don't know what's going on. No one really knows what's going on aside from Square Enix and the developers. Maybe we'll get a What Happened episode on Missing Link one day if things are really going that bad with this game. I wouldn't go ahead and say that Missing Link is canceled right now. I think it's just pure speculation and desperation. And let's not forget that Tetsuya Nomura did put out a statement around the time of the prototype test stating that development around that time was about 50% complete. We don't know exactly what kind of time span that 50% was over. You know, was it a year, 2 years, shorter, whatever? It's almost been the same amount of time since the announcement of Missing Link to that prototype test, since the prototype test to now. So we might be gearing for a release here soon. Let's just wait till TGS happens later this month to see if that game shows up there. And just as a general PSA, please just have patience, okay? I know it's so hard to wait through all this stuff and not have any news, and it's really easy to believe some stuff, but just don't believe everything that you read on the internet. Be patient, wait for official news from Square Enix themselves, and I'm sure everything will be fine. So that's all I have for this video right here. Tell me down in the comments below what's your opinion on this. Do you think that Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is canceled? What might be your reasons behind that? Do you think we'll hopefully see it at TGS? What do you think the status of this game is? Tell me down in the comments below your opinion. Also, make sure to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server, turn on notifications. Really awesome if you did. This has been Matt, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that's going to be.